Hello and welcome back, Truth Helpers. Yesterday was September 9th and I was shopping at Giant. Here's the receipt, $9,920. My bill was $66.99. That was the total amount I owed. So I decided, since I had a feeling that something was going to happen with a really coincidental number, I decided to do a little bit of coding in Gematria and numerology. Now I am a beginner and I'm going to explain it. Hopefully I can explain it in a way that you will understand also. As a beginner or people that are more expert, you're welcome too. September 9th of this year was the 253rd day of the year. This is a leap year, so next year will be 252, but 253 is the 22nd triangular number. So triangular numbers are added like this, and I'll show you on my tablet. So let's take the number 10, which is the fourth triangular number. If you add all the numbers from 1 through 4 together, you'll get the number 10. Let's go to 253, which is right here. 253, we said, is the 22nd. If you add the numbers 1 through 22 together, you will come up with 253. Let's go on. In numerology, you can add the date as 9 plus 9 plus 2 plus 2 as for September 9th, 2020, and it will come with a 22, which matches this triangular number. Some people use the date as 9 plus 9 plus 20 plus 20, as I've shown here, and that would be 58. That might have significance, but for this scenario, I'm not using 58. The receipt was $66.99. 6 is a perfect number. And that's calculated by adding the divisors of 6, which are 1, 2, and 3, and they make the number that you're inquiring about. And I actually wrote 28 is another number. I'll just write it here, 28 and 496. And the last one that they know of is 8,128. The number 9 represents completion. 9 is the highest of the single digits. 9 has a lot of curious properties. When you add 9 to any number, it keeps the original number. And I'll show you by this example of 41 plus 9 is 50. And 5 is the 4 plus 1. So we keep the original number we started with. If you write out September 9 in the Gematria calculator, it's 66 in the Jewish reduction. So I'm going to show you right now the calculator. And this is gematrinator.com. And I'm going to type in the word food because I was at a food store. We're going to go match it. And we come up with the number 22. This is in the 4 ciphers that are commonly used. There are many other ciphers, and I'll show you that in just a bit. So we use this calculator to determine the number that is associated with the word. And it shows you, I want you to go click on the Gematrinator calculator and try it out for yourself. So as I said, if you type in September 9 as the word, not the number, you will come up with 66, which matches the receipt. The word giant is 22 in the cipher Jewish reduction. And as I showed you, food is 22 in full reduction and single reduction, and a 66 in the Francis Bacon calculator. So let's go back to the food. I'm going to get my tablet just to turn a minute. Sorry. All right. So what you want to do is you want to go up here and click on cipher, and you want to say all ciphers. So there's many here, and I will show you. Here's all these ciphers, and they're calculated different ways. So we have the word food, and we saw that it was 22. But if we scroll down here to the, let's see, I have Francis Bacon. Now where is that? Oh, here it is. The Francis Bacon cipher, it's 66. So, of course, that relates again to the number that came up on my receipt when I was shopping for food. So whenever you see a number that has the same number next to it itself, it's double, it's called a rep digit. We have 66, 99, and we have a 22. All three of those are called rep digits. It's repeating itself. It's getting your attention. It's adding some more power to this. Also, here's the food right here. When we type in giant food in the Gematrinator calculator, it comes up with 660 in the trigonal cipher. So one more cipher that we are not going to talk about really exactly how it's calculated because I'm showing you the numbers today. All right, let's go to page 2. So again, the 66, the 0, you can disregard that. It's somewhat of infinity, like 0 does have a place value. So we do have to say, well, we have to recognize it, but sometimes you can drop the 0. All right, now let's go to this page number 2 that I wrote. Number 9, well, I wrote it as the word 9, N-I-N-E. It's 66 in the Gematrinator calculator, the reverse ordinal. 66 as a triangular number is 2211. Again, we have the 22. So if you go to your, let me bring up the triangular numbers one more time. And I might have lost them, but that's okay. 66 is, 2,211 or 2211 is the 66 triangular number. Again, we're matching the 66 and the 22. The 11th triangular number is 66. Again, we're bringing in the 11. If you look at 66 as a number, it's upside down. So you're having your 6, and then you reverse it upside down. It's a 9. It's like a mirrored upside down. 6 plus 6 is 12, and 12 squared is 144. The sum of the divisors of 66 is 144. And I'm going to show you another website. And this is called Number Empire. So I did type in 2,211, but now I'm just going to type in the 66. And it will show you the divisors, how many divisors, the sum of the divisors. It'll tell you if the number is prime. 66 is not prime, meaning it has more divisors than itself in 1. It'll say, is it a Fibonacci? Is it a triangular number? Yes, right here. 11, it's the 11th triangular number. It'll tell you the square. So any number you can type in, and then there's other little things on the site that you can use if you want to learn more about the numbers. So that's Number Empire. So as we saw, the sum of the divisors of 66 equal 144, but then 6 plus 6 is 12, and 12 squared, and then we're getting this, again, a rep digit, the 44. Now, 99, remember, came up in the receipt, was $66.99. So the 99th prime is 523, like 253, which is the September 9th, the day of the year. So it's a mirrored, kind of a mirrored. I mean, it's similar. It has all three of the same numbers. So that's very significant also. Now I looked up the word bully, which is 66 in the Jewish ordinal cipher. And I did that because when I went to Giant yesterday, I did not have a mask, and I don't wear one. And a very tall man came up to me right away and said, "You need a mask." And I just kind of brushed him off. And I was looking at the grapes. And he came up and he tried to hand me a mask. And I didn't. I said, "I don't want that mask. You're touching it." Like, why would I put on a mask? I don't know where his hands were. He was touching the mask that I was going to put over my mouth and my nose. God knows where his hands were or whether they were clean. So I said, "Well, do you have another mask?" And I went to the front, like where the entrance is, and I opened up a new pack of masks that he had in the box, and I took one out. And unfortunately, I did wear the mask because I didn't really want to argue with anybody, but I wear it below my nose so I can breathe. So mask is 44, 8, 64, and 28. And the total reduction, if you watched my video about Mary Mallon, Typhoid Mary, I like to look at the total reduction of these numbers. So these are the four numbers across. And I'm going to bring up the calculator again. And we're going to type in mask. So I did show you food. Let's see what mask comes up. Well, I did show you there. And let's just go to the base ciphers. All right, so I changed it to just the four. So it's 44, 8, 64, and 28. So it reduces to 8811. But then I was wondering, why are they saying it's a face covering now? Well, look at this. It's because face covering, and I'm going to just type it in so you can see this live, like why they did that. Why did they say face covering and not mask? Well, I'm going to show you, and I was appalled. It's all nines. 108, 63, 216, and another 63, but it reduces to all nines as we have here. Because 9 is the highest, it's the most powerful, the word love. And it says in the Bible, love is the greatest. Love is all nines. Type it into the Gematria calculator and you'll see. Because when they're using this word, face covering, it has more power than mask because it's higher number. My opinion. This is how I'm seeing Gematria. They want this to be said. I'm not calling it that. Let's call it the Fauci covering, or just not. I'm not saying, I don't like either of these words, but that's why they changed it. Now, one other curious event, and I saw this on a comment on Zach's channel, Gematria Effect News, and that is, let me get it here on my time and date. This is called timeanddate.com. And I typed in today's date and the birthday of the Pope, our present Pope Francis. And it comes to 99 days. We're going to include the end date. Let's recalculate. Or let's not include. Well, it came... Actually, somebody calculated it from today, but if you calculate yesterday's date, when I have the receipt of $66.99, and you go to the Pope, because it's very important, the Pope, you're getting 99 days again. 99's coming up. Another thing I wanted to show you, and I found this kind of numerology from another YouTuber that uses the periodic table, and he also uses other types of numerology besides Gematria. So let's look at 99. I'm sorry about the scrolling. It's coming. Oh, let me go back a second. I'm sorry. Let me go back to here's the periodic table. So let's look at the number 99. The element is Einsteinium. It's actually a synthetic element. But look at this curiosity. It's 253. And it talks about it's a product of the decay of californium-253 in a high-power nuclear reactor, and it yields like 1 milligram per year, and it goes on and on. So, and then over here we have the atomic number is 99, and its mass number is 252, but they're saying over here it's Einsteinium 253, which we know from page 1, it's the 253rd day of the year for September 9th. So 99, 66, 99, all these numbers, I hope that you can see how it all clicked in for me doing nothing except deciding to go to Giant and then being bullied. There's 99 days till the Pope's birthday from yesterday. That's if you include the end date. Why they want to say face covering? Because it's the highest number. This is how I do the Gematria, even though I'm a beginner. I have another way of looking at this, and that's because this number is the highest. And if you look and watch my other video about Mary Mallon and the typhoid epidemic, supposedly, back in the 1916, I believe it was, and they were trying to promote the germ theory, I showed the numbers. A lot of it I coded. And I looked and I saw somehow, look at this curiosity. When you have an 8, it's always paired with 1. And of course, 8 and 1 is 9, but it's not 9 yet. This is 9. This came to be 9. Like love. Love is 9. Love is the highest. I write this on my cups with my Sharpie. It affects the water crystals, and you can look up Dr. Emoto for that research. That's a whole nother video. So when you see another number, like with food in the 4 ciphers, it'll always be paired with something. If you see 1 9, it'll be all 9s across the board. So I just wanted to show you, again, the number empire. You can type in any number and you get a lot of results. You can go to the periodic table and look up any number and its weight and see if it all matches. And this really did. The Einsteinium, and Einstein, of course, isn't that interesting? And then you can go to time and date and calculate, look at your birthday and see till the end of the year how many days are remaining, or what number day of the year. You can even look at weeks and all kinds of things on this site. It's very interesting. So I wanted to show you, based on the feeling I got, I must have known that my receipt at Giant, and I've been reading about the giants of the Bible, and I'm kind of changing my mind about a lot of things now. Not because of the receipt, but just everything's clicking in. It's a world of numbers. And Gematria is Gematria in language. And it's very interesting. I'm going to leave all the links so you can check out the others' websites. There's a lot of good people out there. I'm just a beginner. And I hope that I showed you a little bit how numbers connect. So I thank you all so much. I really appreciate that you're tuning in. I hope I helped you a little bit. It's really fascinating. It can almost become a hobby for you. And I love it because I do like numbers. So I hope we have a good rest of the year. Thank you. I love you guys. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you on the next video.